Betty, I know that there are a lot of you that are now reporting that you have received your middle class tax refund debit card. That's the FTB MCTR Visa Debit Card, and you're saying that it won't activate. Unfortunately, I am not able to figure out why that's happening yet. I do know that you guys got your debit cards a lot earlier than they were anticipating. I'm going to try and call them myself on Monday, tomorrow, and find out why that is. So when I go live tomorrow night, hopefully I will have a concrete answer for you guys. I am going to give you guys a couple of things to try. And I do want to let you guys know that I am expecting mine by direct deposit and I haven't received it yet. So, and my best friend's Wells Fargo, they have, but just, these are going to continue going out through January. So it is still somewhat normal if you haven't received it yet. I am trying to figure out though why, if you've received the debit card, that you're not able to use it. So we're going to look into all of those comments and try and figure out if we can figure out why that's happening. Okay, White BMW says, regardless of direct deposit or debit card, it seems they're doing it by last name in this order or by adjusted gross income levels. So for the debit card, they've said that they're going to do it by last name. But for everybody else, so my last name starts with a B as in boy, and my best friend's last name starts with an R, and we both bank at Wells Fargo. We both are single, and we should be getting only $350 back, but the best friend has received theirs, and I haven't. I do need to double check my tax filing status, and maybe we'll do that in a second, like live together. I may have owed the state money that year. And the trouble is, if you didn't get a refund from the state and you owed, they don't have your direct deposit information on file, even though I got my Golden State stimulus direct deposited. But if they're going off of people who owed, then it's possible. I don't know. We'll dig into that. I kind of find out this information along with you guys, except that like I'll become like kind of obsessive and research it. And I follow Facebook message boards that are actually run by Claimer. And there is an ftb.gov, sorry, it's ftb.ca.gov website. And you can go on and like make an account and check the status of your refund. So I can show you guys how to do that. Okay, Joel says, I wonder what the actual debit card looks like. On your thumbnail for a post, it looks white. Is that or is it a different color? Thanks. So let me open that web page in just 1 second. It should be white. That should be exactly what it looks like. Hi, Ben. I haven't seen you in here forever. Any chances of these debit cards, people getting it before Christmas? Yes. So people have started to receive the debit cards and now they're not able to activate them. So we're going to look into that. You need the $350 now. You're broke. I could use it now too, quite honestly. I think you guys know that haven't found a new job yet, and I'm going to take my mom to Georgia. Actually, we're leaving next Saturday. So that money would certainly come in handy. And then the other question there's a lot of questions that I get. So let me try and go through those and then we'll pull up that website together to go over the schedule and try and figure out why the debit cards won't activate. So the other question that I get is, I only receive Social Security, or I only receive a VA pension, or I'm on fixed income. Am I going to get this back? And this is a tax refund, but it's for the state of California. So you should get the money back as long as you meet the income limits. And the income limits are really high. So most Californians are going to get this. And that income limit, you can make, as long as you make less than $250,000, you're going to get something back. But you did need to file your 2020 California state taxes. So, and here's where people got confused, right, with unemployment. If you make, I want to say it's under like $12,000. We can look that up in a second too. If you make under $12,000 as an individual, I may have that number wrong, then you don't have to file taxes unless you're self-employed. And then if you're self-employed, if you make more than $400, then you do need to report your self-employment income on your taxes. For me this year, I guess technically I'm operating my business at a loss, so I wouldn't need to report any of that income. But this year I will report it as a loss. Anyway, so that's the question. Am I getting it if I just filed Social Security? Only if you filed your 2020 state taxes. The other thing that's confusing people is they're looking at their federal taxes, right? We're all familiar, or should be, maybe, with the 1040 or the 1040 EZ. That's a federal form. So for your California state taxes, you're looking for something that says Form 540. And a lot of times, like I know even when I do my taxes, and mine are a little bit complicated because I own a house and I have a business. After you file your federal tax, if you use any of the computing software, it's normally going to say something to the effect of, do you want us to use this information to file your state taxes? And if you're like me, you just click yes, and you let the form 540 for California state taxes just kind of pull the information from what you entered on your federal taxes, because most of the time that's going to be the same. So I know that I click yes for that. So a lot of people don't realize that you've filed a different form than the 1040 for your California state taxes. So I know for me, when I do like TurboTax, that's normally who I use. I have gone to H&R Block in the past. Like they'll put your federal return in the front, and then your California state tax is further down in the paperwork, a little bit behind. Um, so yeah, so it's based on California state tax. You want to be looking at your form 540, and you did need to file your taxes. I've seen people say who's getting it. So again, most individuals here in California are going to be getting it as long as you made less than $250,000. Or if you filed jointly, less than $500,000. Okay. Hi, Diane. Love downtown Savannah. Take my mom there. I might. So she's having a lot of trouble walking, and I have a half brother and a half sister that live there. I didn't grow up with them, right? And I took my mom 7 years ago. We're even nervous about the airport. She's worried about flying her diabetic needles and all of that. Yeah, white bee sorry, I know some of you just want the information on the middle class tax refund. Others of you have been watching the channel for a while and kind of interested in my life. So I'm gonna try and focus this one on the middle class tax refund, but I am excited about Savannah. I just don't know how far she can walk. And so we need to be cognizant of that. And since I didn't grow up with my half brothers and half sisters, I was kind of nervous. Last time I was like, "Oh, what if they don't like me? What if I don't like them?" There's also like, very different political climate in Georgia versus California. I've changed my political ideology a little bit over the years, but I was like, are they gonna like me? Are we gonna fight? But they're so nice, right? And I think that's what more people need, is to be around people with different viewpoints. And ultimately, even though I didn't grow up with them, they're family and they're nice. And my mom enjoys spending time with them. And I think we're just gonna sit and be together as a family. I will have a rental car though, so that if I need to make a little escape, I can. Oh, thank you, Diane, for reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up. Sugar Sprinkles, great to see you in here as well, and reminding everybody to hit the like button. Um, Anthony, right? Debit cards arrived early. So some people did, but now it's causing a whole different issue. And Anthony, the other person whose name I don't say, Ben. Let me put Ben's screen name on so you can see why I can't say his name. And it's just YouTube will ding you for saying certain things, and like they don't always know the context you're saying them in. So yeah. But yeah, so some of the debit cards have started to arrive early. And if you look in my comments, it's filled with people saying that they can't activate it. Oh, Linda, this is a good thing. You're saying your husband and you got $700. It shows up in your bank account as you file together, and you hope everyone gets it before Christmas. And they are estimating that I think it's 95% of people will receive it before Christmas. I still haven't received mine. How much older are my half siblings? They are 10 years older than me, I want to say. I really didn't grow up with them, so I don't know. And it's an interesting story, but I don't know if my mom wants to share it. And like I have a little bit of guilt that I got to grow up with my mom and they didn't, which is why I was like, "Oh, am I going to be weird? Are they going to be weird?" Just being honest. And they now know that and like we're cool. Um but the first time I took her there, I was nervous about that. And then she probably, I don't know. I don't want to just send her on her own because she's old and I worry about her flying on her own. Okay, Sylvia, happy for your peeps in California getting the rebate. Uh, Pennsylvania gal here. Aw, thank you, Sylvia. And thank you for joining the stream. And let me know if you want me to look up anything for the state of California. Early debit cards can be a scam to get your info. Be careful, folks. Okay. So, in like 2 seconds, let me try and race through the remainder of the comments. Oh, dang it. Let me get these spam comments out. I'm sorry, guys, about that. I've now blocked that person. Yeah. Okay. So, let me share my screen so that I can show you guys what that is supposed to look like. Oh, this is interesting. I have interesting. I've got 2 monitors now, which do I want to just do it like that? That might be interesting. Okay. I'm just going to share my YouTube information with you guys for a minute before I change the web page here. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go to the ftb.ca.gov website. Okay, and I'm going to scroll up. Right over here on the right is what that debit card should look like according from the ftb.ca.gov website. So that should be what the envelope looks like, and that should be what the debit card looks like. It should be white. So I wouldn't me and Ben both have like similar taste in music, both kind of the goth scene. So anyway, so this debit card should be white. This should be like exactly what it's going to look like. And even on the envelope, it says on the outside, not a bill or an advertisement. Hold on, I gotta take my glasses to read that little tiny print. Not a bill or an advertisement. Important information about your middle class tax refund. And then it looks like it's got a bear in the background. Okay. So now we're going to pop over to that website. So right now I'm on the ftb.ca.gov website, an official California website. The official cards should be coming from Money Network. And this has a pop-up that I'm leaving that site. That's fine. Okay, so here are the tips that I want to give you guys if anybody's watching this. So first, we've got this big thing right here in the middle. Activate your California middle class tax refund card. Ready to start using your card? Simply follow the steps below to access your California inflation relief money. So here again is where we have it called by something else, the California inflation relief. But again, that's the same as the middle class tax refund. And this replaced that gas rebate that they were looking at. Okay, let's just go ahead and click this get started button because that's probably what most people are going to do. But then this just scrolls us down to a little bit lower on the page. So according to this, you're going to activate your card and you're going to activate your debit card. There's a footnote, but that doesn't seem to go to anything. Anyway, activate your debit card, set your 4-digit PIN, and get your balance by calling 1-800-240-0223. You know what? I might as well just try and dial that right now and see what happens. I don't think it's open, but let's see. 1-800-240-0223. I'll put it on speaker, and I don't have a debit card myself.
Thank you for contacting Money Network about the California Middle Class Tax Refund Debit Card. If you are looking for information related to debit card payments, please visit the Help Center page on our website at www.mctrpayment.com. If you would like to learn more about who qualifies for a middle-class tax refund payment and payment amounts, please visit stb.ca.gov for more information. Starting late October 2022, payments are either being delivered via direct deposit to the bank account used on your 2020 California state return, or a Visa debit card mailed to the address currently on file with California Franchise Tax Board. If you have moved, your address can be updated using your MyFTB account or by completing Form FTB 3533. If your banking information has changed, it cannot be updated and no action is necessary. Once the direct deposit payment is returned by the bank, a Visa debit card will be scheduled to be mailed to the address on file. An additional 10 to 12 weeks should be allowed for processing the change of payment method.
Gracias por comunicarse con Money Network acerca de la tarjeta de débito de reembolso de impuestos para la clase media de California. Si está buscando información relacionada con los pagos con tarjeta de débito, visita la página del Centro
quite know what to do. I know some of you speak Spanish, so I think I'm just going to let this go.
Si desea obtener más información sobre quién califica para un pago de reembolso de impuestos de clase media,
guys, I'm going to be honest. I normally get frustrated with this, and I normally press 0 to try and get to an operator. So I'm going to do that. I don't know whether to let it go in Spanish or not. Nothing happened when I pressed 0. So that phone number doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. This is the same phone number down here. Give me 1 second.
Una vez que el banco devuelva el pago del depósito directo, se programará el envío por correo de una tarjeta de débito Visa a la dirección registrada. Se deben permitir de 10 a 12 semanas adicionales para procesar.
I want to see what this says while I've got you guys on the phone. Operator. No, oh my God. It just hangs up on you. So it went through all of that and it just hangs up on you. Okay. So let me see if any of these FAQs on the Money Network side go over this. How will I receive my payment? How will I recognize the card? Let's look at this. Your card will arrive in a white envelope that prominently displays the California state seal, and includes California middle class tax refund in the return address. The envelope also states that it's not a bill or advertisement. Important information about your middle class tax refund. The Visa name will appear on the front of the card. The back of the card has the name, issuing bank, My Banking Direct, a service of New York Community Bank. Information included with the card will explain that the card is your middle class tax refund debit card. How do I activate my card? If you receive a card and you want to activate it, call 1-800-240-0223. But I think that's the number that we just called. Let me double check. Yeah, and that didn't give us any information to activate it. So, but let's look at more information on this real quick. So there is this step 3. I'm still on this MCTRpayment.com page that talks all about Money Network being the person that is going to issue the cards. So step 3 here is get your balance. And then it says you can log in here by setting up an account. All of these phone numbers are the same and they're not going towards like anything that would prompt you to activate the card. But there is a way to register now. And people are reporting that they're able to see the balance on the card. But again, these went out earlier than we were anticipating. So that might be why they're not letting you activate them yet. Okay. Hi, Josie. Just want to say hi and hope you're A-okay. I am doing pretty good. Hi, Bonnie. White BMW says, if you owe California state taxes, will they garnish it or give you the $350 still? That is a good question as well. And luckily, I know a little bit more about this than I do about why it's not letting us activate it. So we're going back over to the ftb.ca.gov website, and we're going to go to this section. Well, that's not the section I wanted, but let's see here. Okay. Sorry, there should be another page that tells us, like, there we go, help with the middle class tax refund. So, oh, interesting. Nope, it's like issues with MCTR debit card. If you have questions about your MCTR debit card, including how to activate it, please visit mctrpayment.com for more information. But that's the page we were just on. So anyway, okay. I'm scrolling down to the garnishment section. Collections, offsets, withholding orders, wage garnishments, and levies. So offsets. The MCTR payment will not be subject to offset for debts owed to FTB or other government agencies. However, garnishment orders. In general, the MCTR payments are not subject to garnishment orders, with the exception of orders in connection with child support, spousal support, family support, or a criminal restitution payable to victims. So they're not supposed to garnish it. Then this is interesting. I am going to try and call this number tomorrow to see if they can tell us why it's not letting us activate those cards. And guys, I know that it's frustrating if you can't activate it, but at least hopefully it gives you some comfort in the fact that that seems to be a common issue. Part of me is really curious if it would let somebody use it at like a grocery store or something like that if they've received it. Oh, and I just realized I don't think I was sharing the information that I thought I was. Anyway, why is that stuck on this page? Okay, I stopped sharing that, and I'm going to go back to sharing a different screen with you guys. Let me also go into the release schedule because that changed a little bit. So, yeah, they're not supposed to garnish it for state payments. That's if you want to return it. Sorry, they've got two different pages here. Okay, so let's see that update on the payment schedule. So again, if you're getting direct deposit, and that is how I think I'm getting mine, but I haven't yet. So if you received the Golden State Stimulus 1 or 2, and by direct deposit, the date on that is still 10/7 through 10/25. And then if you didn't receive the Golden State stimulus, that's supposed to be direct deposited from 10/28 through 11/14. The most recent information on those debit cards, it's still saying that, okay, if you got your Golden State stimulus 1 or 2 check in the mail and your last name begins with any letter, they're not even supposed to announce when the debit cards are supposed to go out until 10/17, which is tomorrow, Monday. So just really not sure why they came early. I mean, earlier is better than late, but it doesn't do much good if you can't activate them. Also, it's making me a little crazy that I can't figure out why that's happening. Okay, Pac-Man says, last California stimulus, I got it in the form of a check, but I always get my tax refund on direct deposit. It happened to a lot of my coworkers. So how should I expect it? Check or direct deposit? So it's a little bit hard to say. I'm going to go back to this page. So the first one says how you'll receive your payment. So I'm thinking that this supersedes all of the other information, but it says generally direct deposit payments will be made to eligible taxpayers who e-filed their 2020 California tax return and received their California tax refund by direct deposit. So that's saying that if you received your refund by direct deposit, that you're supposed to get it direct deposited. However, it says you will receive your payment by mail in the form of a debit card if you received your Golden State stimulus payment by check. But I think that since this is listed like kind of at the top, that this would supersede the Golden State stimulus information. So my belief is that you'd be getting it direct deposit, but I can't swear to that. And then to top it off, it's frustrating because of course they're giving us conflicting information. And while it's nice that we received the debit cards early, it's not what it says in writing. And so a lot of times, and we saw this with unemployment here in the state of California, you can't trust these government websites what they put in writing. And I'm just so sorry about that, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We of course are talking about why you can't activate the debit card, and unfortunately I don't have an answer for that. I can tell you it's common and that you're not alone, and that tomorrow when the franchise tax board is open, I will call them to try and see if they have any insight into that. There's also a little bit of me, and I'm not necessarily suggesting that you guys do this unless someone's really just chomping at the bit to take one for the team. I'm curious what would happen, right? Because you can use these as credit cards. Like sometimes there's a $10 minimum on a credit card though, but I'm curious what would happen if somebody went to like 7-Eleven and bought like a pack of gum and an ice cream or something like that and tried to use it as a credit card, if it would go through. But then of course that's risky if it declines. So I'm not actually suggesting that anybody do that, but there is a big part of me that's curious what would happen if anybody did do that. But I wouldn't want to risk you guys like losing your money or getting your card locked. So don't do that. Okay. Acid raindrops. What's the deal with the cards? Are we able to access the money yet or not? It doesn't seem like you are. And again, I will do my best to get more information on that tomorrow. Alex says, I'll look out for the white debit card, but sometimes your mailman sucks. He's 62 years old and always delivers my mail to your neighbor instead. Oh no. Well, you know what? But mad respect for him for like getting out there and doing a mail route at 62. I hope I'm in that good of shape when I'm 62. Okay. White BMW says, my cousin owes $2,000 to the state of California and they are taking it out of his paycheck. Will he still get the $350 or will they deduct that from what he owes? He is supposed to still get that, but it won't stop them garnishing his paycheck. My best friend had that happen to them as well several years ago. That sucks, but I hope they get that paid off soon. Susanna says, they rolled out this week application for student loan forgiveness. It's on the student loan site. Once you fill out the application, you don't have to do it again. You got yours via email. So yeah, I can't believe we've waited this long into the stream to talk about the student loan debt forgiveness program. I have been seeing, so I signed up for alerts, and what mine said in relationship to the student loan debt forgiveness is it basically says that this is beta testing and you needed to receive the email invite in order to sign up for that. Let me just double check one more time. Okay. So it does give a link, and I'm not sure if anybody can use that link. I got mine in email because I signed up by alert. And yeah, it's a pretty easy form, and I can try and link that in the description down below. But thank you, Susanna, for sharing that. And I hope you get the full amount forgiven. And thank you for letting me know about that. Jimmy says, how are y'all getting the cards before the direct deposits? Makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. And of course, that's our government for us. Sylvia says, not being political, these are just the facts. In Pennsylvania, the governor wants to give $2,000 to people making under $80,000, and the Republican legislature is against it. The money is there from the COVID funds. Yeah, if they have money, why don't they want to give it to the people like that? That stinks. Also, cute kitty. Okay, Vanessa, 350 is nothing in today's environment of massive inflation and gas prices. It will last at most 2 weeks for many of us. I know. All right, makes no sense about the debit cards. They're coming way too early. Yep. Okay, Juan says, I've even trying to activate it in any way possible. So yeah, so I go live every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. and every Monday at 9 p.m. I'm going to try and do that even when I'm on vacation. Tomorrow, I will call the franchise tax board during the day. I'll call the California Franchise Tax Board during the day and have an update for you on whatever they tell me tomorrow. I'll also watch the message boards really closely. Oh, Joel, thank you. You hope I get my direct deposit soon. I do too. Hi, Bella. It's so good to see you in here. Joel also says it's very odd, the whole debit card thing coming early. Thought it would be November and December. This is maybe why you can't activate it, even if you have the card right now. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But people are reporting that when they look at their balance, that they're able to see the balance. And guys, one of the websites that I look at, like, is on Facebook, and it's actually a message board run by Tom Maxon, who of course is the CEO and founder of Claimer. Now, I've heard that after you set up your FTB account, that it is pretty easy to like log in and speak with an agent, but the claimer can call the FTB for you if you just want to go that route. And then, of course, I think I still have my discount code linked. I'm so glad that for the most part we haven't needed their service in them for a while. Erica says you've been trying to activate it and you can't get through to the number provided. You're not able to speak to anyone. Why would they send the card so early? I wish I knew. We did see things like this happen in the past with unemployment, though. They gave us the date, and Jenny Silver and I were like, it's coming on this date. And then they released it early. And in most cases, it's great to have it early, but this is just stressful for people. And that's like the last thing people need right now is more stupid stress. So I'm really sorry. Dates for the cards to be turned on is maybe later in the year. Incompetent. Agreed. Also, guys, Erica or maybe White BMW, if you have the letter, I haven't seen like the actual paperwork that comes with it. Is there a date on the letter? You know what? In a second, I'm going to log on to that Facebook group that I'm a member of, and I'm going to see if there's anything on there. Okay. Marie says, so you can actually see when you're getting the middle class tax refund. How do you know when you're getting yours? So you can check to see when you're getting it, and I will load that page up for you in a second. Laura says, whoever got the contract to issue the cards is making a huge money, probably a friend of Newsom and the Pelosi family. That wouldn't surprise me because that was a lot of the controversy with the Bank of America debit cards, is that they're contracted, and all the printing of those cards, all the issuing of those cards, where the direct deposits, you always get. Yeah, I'm still waiting on mine as well. Okay, Joel, your cousin got her debit card early and she can't activate it. Joel, would you be able to figure out if like there's a way that like don't send me like her information or like address or anything like that? And like not even like the digits on the card. Can she pluck the card off and like block off any like number? I'm dying to see the actual letter. Like, how like if you check the postmark on the outside of the letter, it'll tell you when the letter got mailed. Like maybe there's a different date on the instructions, and maybe like right when I'm expecting a new credit card or whatever, I'll pluck it off the letter that it comes with, and I'll just activate it because that's normally what that sticker tells you to do. But maybe like on the letter, maybe there's like a different date on the letter. I'm really curious what happens tomorrow, and I'll definitely have a better answer for you tomorrow. Okay, so back to Laura's, it was Marie's question. So Marie, you're going to go onto the FTB, B as in boy, .ca.gov website. Make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Yes. And from there, okay. from there, sorry, I was scrolling really fast. I'm just know what I'm looking for at this point. So at this point, you're going to go to the middle class tax refund. No, that's not what I wanted to tell you to do. I'm sorry. Let me get my life together here. Now somehow I'm on the newsroom. Okay. So you can estimate the payment, but that's not going to tell you like how you're going to get it and all of that. So I know where it's at. Sorry, it's up. I should have known this right away. I'm tired, guys. It's Sunday. Okay, my FTB account. Let me make sure you guys can see that. So it's on the upper right-hand side of the page. And if you guys are looking at the screen, it's like I've got this little icon for Shelly's Millions with like the little money. And then to the left of that, at least what I see is I see Tax Pros, and then I see my FTB account. So you're going to click my FTB account. Then it says log into my account. Now, I do not know anyone, myself included, who already had an FTB account. So what you're going to do is you're going to create an account. And then we're individuals. We're not tax professionals for most of us. So then you can get 24-hour online access to our tax information. You can check payment history, view account details, view notices, and correspondence. You are going to need your California Form 540 for this. So use recent California tax return information and select how you want to activate your account. You can activate it now, answer personal questions from a third-party credit agency for instant access, or you can have them mail a pen. So you to talk to an agent to actually find out what date. And of course, same with California EDD, some agents are more helpful than others. But you would go to create my FTB account. You must open the link and read the terms. Where's the link? So we have to open this. We're just going to say that open it, close it. I read it. I accept, continue. I have a feeling it's going to need personal information that I can't fill out here. Suffix, username, email. All right. So anyway, so you go onto the FTB account, and towards the top is where you would start registering your account. Okay, Joel says, yep. Okay, Alex says, California is messing up the delivery of this relief. It totally seems the case so far. Yep. Yes, it does. Okay, Juan says, wait, so we have to wait till tomorrow to activate it. I'm not even sure that it will activate tomorrow because in the original information about when this will go out, it says, sorry, there's probably a faster way to do that. It says that you'll receive the... Oh, interesting. Did this just update? You guys, this just updated since we've been here. Look at that. That's crazy. So you guys are seeing this live. 2 seconds ago when we were on here, this had different information. It's still not right though, but let's go through what this brand new information says. Isn't this crazy? Okay. So 2 seconds ago, earlier in this live stream, it said that the debit cards, if you had a GSS 1 or 2 by check, it had everybody's last name all lumped together. And now they've split it out. So let's go through what it says now, and then let's try and figure out if they've updated anything else. This is so interesting to me that this literally just happened during the course of this stream. Okay, so for debit card payments, now it's saying if you received the Golden State stimulus, either of them, and your last name starts with A through E, it's still saying, though, that the debit card will arrive between 10/24 and 11/5. And that's the mailing time frame. So generally, things don't arrive until after they've been mailed out. But what's interesting about that is that they're not acknowledging at all that they have been sent out. already to some people. Okay. It's also saying that if you got the Golden State stimulus by check and your last name starts with F through M, that you would get it between 11/6 and 11/19. Then if you're someone who received the Golden State stimulus by mail and your last name starts with N through V as in voice, that you should get the debit card between 11/20 and 12/3. Then if you got the Golden State in the mail by check and your last name starts with W through Z, that you would get it from 12/4 to 12/10. And then they're still saying that if you, this is not good. Okay, let me skip ahead. If you didn't receive a Golden State stimulus, they're not supposed to announce it until after November 7th. If your name starts with A through L, or after 11/21, if your last name starts with M as in Mary through Z as in zebra. But here's the thing is that, like, since we know that people have received the debit cards way earlier than 10/24, can we trust this to be accurate? And I'm going to say that the answer is no. Okay. So direct deposit, here's the part that I said was not good. Direct deposit recipients who have changed their banking information since you filed your 2020 tax return. That's the group of people where they're saying it's not going to go out until 12/17 all the way through January 14th. So that's what's changed, and that's not great. Rudy, I wish that I knew why we couldn't activate it. I haven't seen you in the comments before. I'm just like a girl sitting here waiting for my middle class tax refund as well. Same with unemployment. I was just on unemployment when you guys were, and I had employees that needed that information. So I started making videos about it. And I don't have any connections with the tax board or anything like that. You know, there's not a lot of rhyme or reason as to why these things happen. Probably because they messed up is my guess. W says, I have $23K in my bank account and $10K in savings. So this $350 won't be a huge deal for me. But my concern is the state messes up on giving it to people. And that's a valid concern. Okay, Diane says 61 watching and only 24 like. Everybody hits the thumbs up. It helps me a lot. It does. And Diane, thank you so much for being an awesome cheerleader for me. They would probably like the video a lot more if I had an answer about why they are getting it, you know, why we can't activate those debit cards. All right, Laura says, I would not doubt if people who got the refund early were based on how you vote. Crooked California. That shouldn't be the case, and I hope that that's not the situation. All right, Reyes family, you haven't gotten it, and you bank with Wells Fargo. Same. I have not received it. I am expecting it in the form of a direct deposit, and I haven't received mine either. Hi, little Rambo. White BMW. Too bad there's no way to let California know you want to have a direct deposit instead. That would be nice. It would be nice. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't. Okay, Diane says, my sister moved out of state 6 months ago. Will she still get the $350? So Diane, technically you're supposed to still live in the state of California to be eligible. So I'm not sure what will happen. You know, I know a lot of people, they keep a California mailing address. Like, you know, it's supposed to be for people who are still living in California. Hi, Michelle just jumped on. Is there a site to find out the status on the rebate? You went to the site and you can't find it. So yes, if you are still in here, what you're going to do is you're going to go to that franchise tax board website, which is just FTB, letter B as in boy, .ca.gov. I'm not sure if you can see the website in my screen sharing. And up here on the upper right, you're going to go to My FTB account. Most of us have not previously done this, so you are going to need to create an account, and you are going to need your California tax form 540 in order to do that. Hi, Francis. I know. Francis, what are you doing either tomorrow? I need to get my hair dyed like tomorrow. Audrey says, remember to hit the like button. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Okay, Reyes family, can we check on the FTB online to see when the money will hit our bank or no? So Some people, when they create their ftb.ca.gov account, some people are able to see that. But most people, after they create their account, they're able to pull up a chat box, and some of the agents are telling people when they're getting it, and some are kind of being rude and just saying, oh, you'll get it when you get it. And so again, acid raindrops, I don't know. My guess is that they sent them out a little bit too early and before they were actually ready for them to be activated. So just kind of like a hiccup in the system. But again, I'm going to call the franchise tax board tomorrow and try and figure that out. How early did the debit cards come out? So the debit cards started hitting people's mailboxes, from what I can tell, this past Friday. So that would have been Friday, October 14th. But if we look on that franchise tax board website, let me go back to that, which is just ftb.ca.gov, they're saying that those shouldn't even go out, that they would mail them between 10/24 and 11/5. So 10/24, that's a whole 10 days early. So that's pretty early. So maybe the bank was doing that. Okay. Are the early debit cards legit? So again, let me scroll up a little bit on this page. That debit card should kind of look like this. And I used it as a picture in my thumbnail, but it's right under where it says Money Network. That's the picture that they're releasing. So it should look like that. Yeah. So Sonia, since we've been on this chat, they have literally updated the information while we've been on this live. So at first they were just saying all the Golden State stimulus people between all the letters of the alphabet, like they kind of gave the same time frame, and now they have it really broken down. So that's literally been updated on their website since we've been on the phone, or not on the phone. We're not on the phone. Also, everybody text since we've been on the live. Okay, so I've got the new timeline pulled up. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, oops, where am I? Gotta get back to my own screen. So my roommate got it direct deposited on the 7th, which I think was the very first day you could get it, but people started getting the debit cards on Friday. Is the FAFSA website out? So that is for the student loan debt forgiveness. And there is a beta website. Let me see if I can leave I will leave a link to that after this video as a top comment, as well as some of the links to the FTB franchise tax board stuff. Sonia, with your last name, you should get mine between 11/27 and 12/3. But see, then a lot of people are getting them early as well. So I hope you get yours early, and I hope if you get yours early that you're able to activate it. It's been on there since 4 days ago. I pulled it up live earlier, and it didn't have this breakdown. Like if you go to my live, I'm sharing my screen live, unless somehow like my information just didn't refresh. I guess that's possible. I don't quite understand how computers work. But yeah. So Sonia, NOP, yeah, 11/20 through 12/3. So that's been up there for 4 days. I didn't see it. And even now, like it was bringing up, I guess, old information for me at the beginning of this stream. Okay, 71 of you. I would love if you liked the video. Unfortunately, I don't have a reason why we can't activate the cards yet. I will call the franchise tax board tomorrow to see if they have any information on it. Okay, Renegade Billy says it's disappointing. I'm supposed to have mine direct deposited. It looks like I'll receive it 10/28. Is it possible to receive it earlier than that? Yes, it is. People are still continuing to get them throughout the week. I know that a lot, and see, even this says if you're expecting a direct deposit at 10/28 through 11/14, if you didn't receive the Golden State stimulus. So people are getting them kind of throughout the week. I know that there was a theory on some of the message boards that it was only going out on Friday, but I saw equal reports of people saying, no, mine hit today, mine hit today. So it does seem to be hitting throughout the week. And hopefully everybody gets it like earlier than the timeline. And Sonia, I do want to point out for you, nobody was really supposed to even have them be sent out in the mail until 10/24, but lots of people got them 10 days early on 10/14 this past Friday, the actual debit cards. Hi, Joyce. You just jumped on, so you have to catch up later. We're still waiting for ours, and we did direct deposit. Our son got his already. I wonder if they're doing it by tax bracket. I cannot seem to figure out how they're doing this. Ben says, well, at least the dates are a little earlier now. Yes, that FTB refresh confirms it. Yeah. And Ben, you were on the stream. Like, is it possible that like I just hadn't cleared my cache or something? And so like I was pulling up old information. Anyway, Poison. I have to just tell you this. Sometimes we talk about personal things on this channel too. I actually have a tattoo, because I'm this many years old, where Japanese kanji letters were popular, and it says poison. My friends now say it looks like a Christmas tree. Anyway, okay, can you check your transcripts to check when it's shipped out? So I'm not sure about that, but again, you want to go to that ftb.ca.gov website, and you'll want to create a MyFTB account. And then depending on the agent that you get, you can open a chat window, and some of them are able to tell you, oh, it's going out this date. And others are like, oh, you're just going to get it when you get it, unfortunately. Okay, Sonia says, they sent the card out and it will load later for security purposes. Sonia, where did you hear that? Where did you hear that? Because I would love a source. Sonia, if you have a source, can you share? Because it's probably Jenny Silver. Sonia, like what newspaper or article did you see that on? That makes sense. It's so weird though. Why would they do that like that? Is it like updated on the website? Your daughter told you. Well, your daughter is amazing. And if you can, Sonia, I would love to know where she saw that in writing. You know what, guys? I haven't done yet today that I normally like doing. Let's do it. We're going to go to Google. I don't know why I typed in Google first. I don't want to claim my business right now, guys. Okay. Google. Also, guys, I was a little late today because I was removing rust from my concrete driveway. All right. Oh, there's my videos. Debit cards, California Bank and Trust. What? Oh my goodness. What the heck is this? Okay, that was 5 days ago, and we don't want that. What the heck? All right, we're going to click this one, but that's not where it's supposed to come from. Okay. This is not what? California middle class tax refund payments to customer accounts as they are received from the California tax. Oh, because this is just their bank. What the heck? Okay, that has nothing to do with the actual. Got it. Okay. So that's just that specific bank telling you that. That's confusing. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to. Let me isolate this to the last 24 hours. Let's see. Inflation relief checks. How to get your payment. This is from Yahoo. All right, let's look at it. 6 hours ago. There was one from 4 hours ago. How to get your payment for October. They've sent them out. Okay, sorry, I'm just scrolling this. to receive. No, it's just linking everybody back to the FTB website. So yeah, I'm not seeing that. But yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah, no, of course. I wish I had more information. Why would they send them out and then not load them? Because also, Sonia, I have seen reports that people are able to see their balance. So if they're able to see the balance, that should mean, and should and do are two different things, but that should mean that they're ready to go. This is so crazy. Probably want to make sure people get the cards early in case of fraud. Yeah, could be. Where do I check on the FTB account if they sent out my direct deposit? So I think you have to create the account and then you have to open up a chat with one of the agents. And then sometimes the agents are good about giving you that information and then sometimes they're not. Sonia says, I remember when I was getting PUA, I received my card 2 weeks before any payment was on there. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, those were the EDD debit cards. And sometimes they did mail out the cards before they would load those up with funds. And that had to do with certifying of benefits and doing the ID.me verification. You know what, guys, I'm just curious. So I want to open up Facebook. Facebook is a great place to get your information. I'm going to go to groups. Oh, should we see what my memories were here on Facebook? Oh, those are all my different classes. I still need to sell some of those. Those are broken. Those are broken. Those are almost broken. She got a lot of broken glasses, but I need to sell those. Because that's too many glasses. No, we're going back to Facebook, sorry. And then we're going to go to the groups, which is where I first started seeing a lot of this happen. Okay, so we'll go to California stimulus check and see how this is run by claimer, but whatever. It's a lot of people saying I have this bank, is it there? Seems like everyone got their direct deposit. This is kind of a picture of, you know, the FTB MCT refund. Oh, that is 1 day ago. So my information just must not have refreshed. That stinks. I guess it's good that it refreshed while I was on here. Somebody was Wells Fargo and they got theirs. Chase Bank. Some FTB representatives are saying it's too early to show if the payment's posted, but verified the account. Sorry, there's probably a better way to search this on the debit card, maybe. This person's like, I'm over it. I give up. Just send it when you send it. People asking about deposit. So, yeah. All right, let me try searching debit card. Let's just use the word debit and see what comes up. Debit card payments. Anyone get the debit card and can't activate? And see, there's 17 comments, all from people saying that they're not able to activate theirs. Lucille saying they'll be mailed, but this is not true. People got it sooner than this. Oh, interesting. So this person, Abby, says their family member works for USPS, and she confirmed that she was delivering the refund debit card in the downtown LA area. So it's coming earlier than they're expecting. But then people can't activate it. And this is gonna, yep, they're coming. Saw this in another post, but they're having issues activating. Possible they may load it at a later date. I received mine, having an issue activating it. The phone number on the website as well on the back of the card to activate does not give an option. Yeah, and that's what happened when we just called. Should not post the envelope and what's inside. Okay. So yeah, it's just a lot of people all experiencing the same issues. So yeah. Oh, no. Girl, I don't want to sell the broken ones, but like some of them were good. And I still have way too many. Like I have a pair of Coach glasses and are these the broken ones? No, these are not broken. These are good. I think these are new since that year. I don't want to sell the broken ones. I want to sell the ones that are still good, but just aren't my current prescription. Sorry. Okay. Let me messages from my family. I guess I better close Facebook. Hold on. Oops. Okay, so we'll not share that anymore. Okay, Carlos, how long is it going to take to get your direct deposit? Everyone know I got it and I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting too, and I am expecting to get it by direct deposit. And then Juan says, at this point, I hope we get it close to Christmas so I could use that cash for Christmas presents. And you guys can always save it until Christmas. And I haven't mentioned Yada Bank. By the way, like in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 2 of my purchases through Yada Bank for free. They were only worth like $8, but still $8, I got it back. Okay. Also the cards are coming from an independent company. So it's supposed to come from, let me start sharing again. Money Network, I believe. Hold on. It really should look just like this. Money Network. And it really should just look just like this. The mailing address is supposed to be the California Middle Class Tax Refund. I don't know if this is a real address or not. And then it's going to have your name and address. It should have your name and address, or not address, but it should have your name down here. And then some sort of card number. And it should just be this white card with this bear. Also, Joel, if you're in here, can you confirm with your, is it your niece that you said got it? Can you confirm with your niece that it looks exactly how it's pictured here? Let's also, I'm going to go back to the help center because yeah, we called this information on the live and it certainly did not give you any information on how to actually activate it. And the customer service number we tried to call. And then it's really just how do I activate my card? Oh, let's see if this is any different because this just says to call that number, but it's not working. So let's see, how do I set up user ID and a password for online access? Let's try that. Just scrolls down to there. Go to mctrpayment.com, click login, then register now. Follow the steps to create your user ID and password. Make sure to have the MCTR card handy. You can use the same user ID and password created to access the Money Network mobile app. For cards with more than one name, please use the primary cardholder information listed first on the card for online or mobile app registration. And then this is that same number that doesn't seem to actually give you your balance. So yeah, I'm going to try and call tomorrow and figure out, not them because you can't get through, but I'm going to try and call the franchise tax board and see what's happening. Let's see if there's a different way to contact us. Contact us by mail. Customer service primary. Can we not? Of course, there's no email. That would be nice. Let's see down here. Sometimes this contact us information is hidden. Nope, doesn't seem to be a way to email them. Let me click this help center. I think, nope, that just takes us back in a circle. All right, so hopefully the franchise tax board can tell me something tomorrow. Okay, Janet, still waiting for her direct deposit. Same, I am as well. So yeah, I'm really sorry, you guys. You know, I don't like to shy away from the fact. If I don't know something, I like to share that with you guys. All I can tell you, it's really common to have received the debit card, but to not have access and be able to activate it. I'm curious what would happen if somebody tried to go to the store and use it, but not curious enough to like suggest that you guys do that. I'm also going to reach out to my friend so here's my to-do list before I go live tomorrow. I'm going to call the franchise tax board and see if they know why people received the card but can't activate it. We called on this live, we called this number, this 1-800-240-0223 number. And yeah, there's not a prompt to key in like your card number. There's not a prompt to set up a PIN number. There's not a way to check your balance. It's just generic information. So calling that number doesn't seem like it's going to be helpful. So tomorrow I'll call the franchise tax board and see if they have anything to say. Of course, before I go live tomorrow at 9, maybe they'll release a statement on what happened. That would be nice. I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but it would be nice if that happened. Then I'm also going to reach out to my friend who works for an assembly member to see if they can tell us what's going on, see if they can get us any information. Guys, I'm also going to, I have all the links on how to, on the website you need to go to if you want to set up a franchise tax board account. And I'm going to link the beta testing website for the student loan debt forgiveness. So I will do that in the comments. And I hope to have a better answer for you guys tomorrow on what's going on. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining. It really would mean a lot to me if you liked the video. Also, if you haven't, Webull is still giving out 12 free stocks with my link in the description down below. And I'm going to show you guys one more time this Yada Bank. I still really love them because literally it's been like 2 years, but I'm going to even quit sharing this so that I can show you that. I've received more than $500 back just from banking with Yada. Does it tell me my prizes? No, but okay, so I totally went to Popeye's Chicken, $8.20. It was free. All right, guys. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I hope to have better answers for you guys then. All right.